tree line all the way down here behind the player in top bunker. If you have enough time to pull that off, that's a really nice play, and then it kind of forces the offense to pick. We want to focus on this player all the way in the back of our base, because, I mean, look, you have so much area back here to just kind of get lost, so to speak, where they got to look for you. At that time, you pretty much have wasted the entire round on the offensive side of things. So Zuma, with those individual plays, can be a huge factor on this map.
I am curious to see if Placer brings out the boomstick, the SVG 100 on this map, because in Ghost he was a phenomenal sniper, even in Advanced Warfare. So I think he's going to be a sniper today.
Yeah, and if you can pick off one person on a map like Redwood where it's so big, it really stalls them, and then we've seen a lot of teams kind of get pressured in the last 30 seconds. They're like, oh, shoot, do we rotate? Maybe it's a little too late. And then you just kind of rush into one bomb site, and that's where you're going to lose it.
See, if you're going to go over towards that B bomb site, I think you got to commit to it. A lot of times we see players just standing on the bridge, sitting by bunker, waiting for a pick. They don't have somebody watch the back. A player can flank behind you. And then the worst, I mean, of all cases, you get stuck just over on the B bridge and bunker, and you're forced to make a play on the bomb in the final few seconds.
Yeah, got to make sure that you decide what your plan is. We talked about this yesterday with Nate. You got to know your plan before the match even starts. Well, the game is loading, so that's just enough time for these teams to figure out how they're going to go about it. Can Faze kind of bring it back and tie the series up 1-1? Let's find out with Maven and Revan.
Thank you, William. Amazing stuff as always. Game 2, search and destroy on Redwood. This series is going to be insane, and you got to think, if Faze didn't get out to that slow start in game 1,
yeah, maybe they win that map.
Yeah, couldn't agree with you more. You got a shot of Rise, and now Rise's owners, welcome, boys. Thank you for coming out to watch esports here at the highest level for Black Ops 3. It is going to be one hell of a championship Sunday, but let's get right into the action. Now, one thing I noticed last time I casted Rise Nation on this map, on offense, they were horrendous at closing gaps between mid-map. People were always getting in through the middle of the map and getting behind them, and when you're playing a player like Zuma, that is going to be
it's almost like walking backwards when you're going up against Zuma, because you know at one point in time he's going to be coming around the flank, but it's going to be a very aggressive defensive setup from the guys over on Rise. However, Faze are going to the bomb site that Rise, they have nobody yet.
Let's say very aggressive defense on the wrong bomb site, unfortunately. So this will be a free plant with 4 up for Faze. Zuma's got it down. Now the retake action going to be coming in for Rise Nation. Are they going to be able to flash
here? If they could flood through this bomb site, this would work out well, but
they need to go now.
Is going on the long flank, and here you go. First order of business, zone out this player over near the bomb site. They get that initial pick. Now it's going to be up to Clayster and Enable to lock this one down. Here comes Attach on the flank. He's made his presence known. So now Rise, they have to worry about him, or they have to commit up towards the bomb site. Here comes Clayster. He's going to hit the side, but he falls. It's all down to Attach, and they know he was coming on the flank. All they need to do is zone out this lab area, and this should be a round win for Rise.
He's got to challenge the bomb. Did he stick it? He's
got too much cover.
Octane's on it, and he's got it. Plenty of time to go. And the 4-on-4 retake from Rise Nation executed perfectly there. And like you said, you called it out early. Attach was on the long flank. It was a 4v3. He had to get there quicker, but taking that route, man, so difficult. Props to Rise for hitting it.
Yeah, as soon as Attach shot a little bit prematurely, Rise knew the situation they were in. It was going to be a 4-on-3 with post-plant positionings for Faze. Yep. They immediately flooded towards the bomb site, and Clayster tried to make something happen. He hit that side wall run to try to hit players on the side, but he shot at somebody, and as soon as he was going on like that wall run, on the right-hand side of the bomb, the tree blocked his line of sight. He got taken out. So a good defensive hold from Rise, a good retake on that A bomb site. Now it's going to be them on offense. You said they've struggled here on the offensive side. Let's see if they have anything special for us here. And, well, they get 2 quick kills.
They are not struggling, and it's a 3-0 start for Looney. He's got to be 50 off of his HC. He'll be getting that soon, but let's get bombed down. Clayster and Enable going to have to work on the 2v4 retake. And again, that offensive struggle I saw from them was a long time. We're talking about a month or so ago. So they've had plenty of time to work on it, but I was curious to see if the holes have been fixed. And there's Octane connecting with the SVG mid-map. See you later, Faze. 2-0 early lead for Rise Nation.
I mean, clearly Rise have been working on their search and destroy gameplay. It seems like during the league they're just kind of not going 100% in their search and destroys just so they could have the upper hand here. Everybody kind of expecting them to be some slouches here in SMD.
The big paycheck's on the line right now. $250,000 up for grabs. Rise Nation pulling out all the stops. Back to offense now for Faze. You saw a good push to a nice plant, but not a very solid hold. What are they going to have in store for us here in round 3?
Well, it looks like they're going to do more of a default sub. You got to attach here with the sniper rifle. As Slacks, he gets taken out first blood. He gets caught a bit out of position. There's the HCXD called in to clear out that A bomb site. Nice shot from Attach as he picks off Classic. A great start for Faze here in round 3, but he gets cleaned up by the HCXD, so it's a 3-on-2 favoring Faze.
Yeah, that's an early HC for Looney. He still still hasn't dropped, by the way. Can we check him for a second? I want to see how close he is to the dart. He's got 2:25 to go, so still a ways. You saw he was tagged up, rotating back, but it is man advantage here for Faze. This is the first time I think we've actually been able to say that so far in this one. Are they going to be able to hold on to the 3v2?
Bomb might have the sickest timing here. He might get spotted out as he turns the corner. Oh, as soon as Zuma turns around, he picks up the kill. But
oh my God,
his teammate died. Octane fell over near bottom lab. It's all up to Looney in a 1v2. Clayster and Enable know the exact situation they're in. Time is starting to wind down. Only 15 seconds remaining on that bomb timer. This is looking like it's going to be a round win for Faze, but Looney wants to save his progression towards those score streaks. I think he's just looking for some exit kills here.
Absolutely. If you can pick up one more exit, that'd be great. He sees a player, drops into water. You do not want to die. So close. And he gets him behind. Looney with the movement. Enable. See you later. Looney is 6-0. He has yet to drop. He's got to be 25 off the dart. But there's Attach's mom. How you doing to the crowd? Let's get a round of applause. You need to get behind your boy. They've got to come back in this one.
I love Mama Attach. Got to meet her when Dylan came up on the show. Great to see some support from the parents of these professional gamers. But back into the action here. Rise currently up 2-1 over Faze. They've had some good offensive plays in their first round. Now it's going to be Looney 25 points away from the dart. Of course, working towards the lightning strike. After that, he's got trophy systems. I think you toss out those trophies in a position where you might expect some grenades. You get those extra points, and then you get yourself a dart.
Yeah, is Looney going to die is the question for me at this point. 6-0, phenomenal stuff. And this is the pressure I talked about I'd be worried about, but they're ready for it. Zuma lined up. Looney's got it. 7-0. The streak continues. One to his right. He is going to challenge everything. A man on a mission. Look like James Bond. But unfortunately, he's dead.
All right, but the bomb gets planted over near the A site. Faze, they do have one player. Once again, it's going to be Attached. Maybe threatening a little bit to push from their side of the map, while it's going to be Clayster working with Enable. They take out the trophy systems, as now Attached is getting isolated, but he's able to find one, takes out the RK5. He's just trying to stay alive and play his life, but he gets pushed out of position from Clayster going to be able to get this off.
He's got it.
Bryce have no idea. Bryce have no idea. He's going for the defuse right now.
He's going to get it. Close, and there it is. The defuse in the 2-on-2. Clayster, he may be under the weather, but the nerves are there, coming in clutch for his side.
A big play from Clayster right there. He's got some big huevos, as you would say.
Yeah, I don't know much about Spanish. I took 3 years of it in high school. I mix up the words now. I'm 31 years old. The memory's gone. Brain's melting. I try my hardest, Trevin. I promise.
I appreciate your effort, Maven. So going into round number 5, both teams have been looking pretty good so far. I mean, Clayster, even though he's 0-2, he just about won his team around right there.
If you looked at the kills right now, just purely, I would think this was, what, a 3-1, a 4-1 type game. Not what you're seeing right now. Faze should be thankful they're staying in this off the back of the hot start from Looney. Now, Looney did get his dart, correct? He had to.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's going to have the dart, but we're watching Attach here with the SCG. Did he get the angle through the tree? A sliver of hope, but not going to see it. The first blood will be on to Clayster as he got aggressive.
And Zuma gets spotted as well. He's forced to back up. Actually, he's going to challenge here with the VMP. Hits the wall run. He's going to be super aggressive, but nobody there to follow up the push from Faze as he falls. No one there for the trade. It's time to Attach and Enable. Attach does spot one over near the top window, but he takes some fire as well. So both players forced to back up. And look out for Octane coming along the flank.
It's true. Well, talk to me. When you're in a 2v4 on offense like this, obviously so much more difficult in this position when you're attacking. What options do you have? Well, now that's 1v4.
Whatever you do, you just got to make sure you do it together and hope that you could fight like a 2v1 to make it a 3-on-2. That's obviously a lot more manageable. And just try to work together. That's really all you can rely upon is your teamwork in that specific scenario. But Octane finishes the kill onto Enable. He picks up at least 2 in that round as Rise take the lead.
And that's a couple 4-up, 4-down scenarios we've had for Rise. They've been able to shut it down, not lose many players. A big part of that has been Looney not dropping. We've got Octane here taking out the final kill cam. But let's continue in the action. 1-round lead here for Rise. Can Faze continue to really come up in those clutch scenarios to keep themselves in this?
We're about to find out.
I mean, it's what, 8 kills for Faze? And on the other side, you have 17. It's insane.
I didn't even notice that Looney used that dart, but he does have Psychosis, and Psychosis could be very useful on that A-bomb side push. Let's switch over to Slack. He's being the furthest one pushed up, as it's going to be a quick flank. I think that's Camo from Enable. Octane spots it.
I did not do anything there. Apparently, Laser Eyes of Octane going to snip that one out, picks it up, drops the camo. Incredible stuff, and that stinks. I mean, if you're going to use camo this, you heard Nate Shaw talk about it. It's so important, and it comes up empty. So you had, what, a 7 streak for Looney, now a 5 streak for Octane. These two are combined for 14 and 3.
He's going for the ace. Classic is going to steal it from him. A great round for Rise. And a great response from them. Way to adapt to what Faze are throwing at you. They hit the 3-man flank. They know exactly what's going on. They get the bomb plant. They don't panic. Everybody turns around. They stop the flank, and then Faze was the only person close to that B bomb site. There's Classic cleaning him up in the round-ending kill cam as Faze. Faze go down by 2 rounds. Rise now have a little bit of a cushion.
Tell me a little bit about what you think is going on in the Faze players' minds right now. You know you have a player that's a little under the weather. You start slow in the first game. You're struggling here in game 2, getting outslayed massively in this S&D.
Right, they're just
How are they feeling?
They're not really winning their gunfights. Zuma's been a bit too overly aggressive, as you saw in that last round, just kind of peeked that mid-alley when you really didn't have to. So look for Faze just to work a little bit together, just kind of like this. They're a little bit body stacked, but at least they're together.
This is like round 1.
They take out the HCX.
They got the free plant. It was a 4-on-4. Rise did an excellent job retaking. The difference you have attached with you this time. He's not on the long flank. They will have a 4-on-4 fight here at the bomb site. So looking much, much better for Faze. Can they hold on? You've got a cheeky position here for Enable up close and personal.
Oh, he's going to challenge here, and he gets nothing done.
No,
that's exactly what I was just talking about. Zuma now trying to lay down some cover fire.
Zuma, do you realize some players? Yeah, his shots are off in the distance, into the sunset. No one picking up kills.
How are they
Zuma
letting this
by
happen?
himself. They're
They don't get any kills in that round. They're going to give the defuse to Octane. He's going to get a lightning strike from this. He's on a 7-kill spree. And when you are trying to retake that A bomb site after it's been planted, you have the offensive team. They have all these different post-plant positions to work with. It is so difficult to retake that site. But listen, Enable, he challenges that one alleyway. He spots 3 Rise players, doesn't pick up a kill there. Then Rise has... As soon as they have the man advantage, they just flood forward and Faze don't even get any kills.
What was Zuma's aim assist was apparently on a cloud in the distance. Those shots were off, man, and you need him to be on. He is one of your staples when it comes to slang, staples when it comes to S&D, and those shots were everything. Those as suspect as you can see, and now you've got Octane basically fully streaked out.
Look at the scores. What sticks out to you the most?
The kills, really, for me, if you look at both sides, it's
He's
unbelievable.
0-5 right now.
Well, Owen, under the weather. I mean, the Michael Jordan